There are all sorts of solutions out there, as we've discussed many times on this show. We
There
have
really
to be
are.
the ones.
There are
really
solutions.
are.
That's real. There are real ways that this can get better.
that's
The
right.
hope is not lost. It's
So
really
in building
important.
a united left front from a local standpoint, also from there is the state, there is the national, which is why I was bringing that up. It's all connected, and we need to start from the bottom up.
I mean, one of the main things that we talk about at Ground Game and at Power, and when we're working in coalition. So I work with a community organization that's been around since '99 that works in coalition all across Los Angeles and has for a very long time. And one thing that we talk about is we talk about alignment versus, being completely partnered on everything, right? It's not important for us to be partnered on everything to the point where every detailed policy, there can't be any hiccups. Like, we have to let go of that idea and really commit to being if we're in alignment with this organization, even if there's gonna be a policy or a measure or proposition that we're not gonna agree on, we're still in alignment, right? I talk a lot about setting a vector for your organization. This is the vector that we want to move forward on, and then that allows us to remain flexible and move around within that, right? But continuing to stay on that path. And it's something we're seeing a lot with newer groups and bigger and groups that have grown enormously, like DSALA, for example.
Yes, and that's another thing we want to do with this show, and it's just beginning today. We've got like maybe another 8 minutes or so.
To figure it out.
Because, well, no, we're actually not.
Maybe now.
I tell you what we've already figured out is that we're getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And that's a very, very big thing. And that's one of the reasons.
Basis for union organizing.
That's right. It's the basis for
relationship
creating
building and trust.
That's right.
Trust also is the other thing, right? It's about trust.
Yeah.
It's about being able to have faith that, I'll speak with people organized for Westside Renewal Power has been in an actual financial alignment and a partnership with an organization that operates in a different part of LA. We do the same work, we do it in very different neighborhoods. We actually have been fundraising together for 2 years. This was something we asked other organizations to join in with us on, and they were afraid.
Oh, really?
And part of that is because we are, at Power, we are competing for the same grants as organizations doing the same work. And we have to figure out how to not be grant dependent as we go forward. Because that money is scarce, that money is controlled by in general, by a lot, by corporate Democrats, right? And so we need to be able to be independent of that money at some point. And one of the ways we've decided to go about that is to do a very radical thing and trust another organization to fundraise with us. So we fundraise with them and we split the money completely down the middle because we trust them. We've been working with them forever. So why can't we put our money literally where our mouth is on that, right? And that's something we've been inviting other organizations to enter into too. And it's a radical new way to fund this movement work, right? Because we do unfortunately have to fund this work, right?
That's right.
But that's part of this movement.
Yeah,
coalition,
absolutely.
yeah.